पेट्रोल के दाम कम हुए कि नहीं हुए, डीजल के दाम कम हुए कि नहीं हुए, आपका फायदा हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? अगर मोदी का नसीब देश की जनता के काम आता है तो इससे बढ़िया नसीब की बात क्या होती है भाई?
But what is happening here? The BJP government is forcing the people of India to pay the world's highest price for petrol and diesel. Petrol rates have crossed 100 rupees in many cities, especially in the 4 major cities it's crossed hundreds. And more than 200 smaller cities it's crossed the 100 rupees mark. And let's not forget, in 2014, we all remember a speech of Mr. Modi, petrol ka daam kya hai, diesel ka daam kya hai, मैं जब आ जाऊंगा ये सब कम हो जाएंगे. That's what he promised. Again another promise he's gone back on. The petrols, and now we don't hear anything from him, not a single word. And let's not understand, this is the most difficult time for our people in this country. Very difficult time. People have no money, no jobs, and I hear even people have no money to buy food. Not just the poor, but even the middle class. Between 1st January and 11th July this year, petrol and diesel prices have been increased 65 times. 65 times. Is there any justification for these hikes? Is there any justification? Why have you raised it 65 times? What is the reason for this? Let us see. I see no reason. I'll tell you why. Today, petrol is at 99.13 a litre in Goa, and diesel is as 95 a litre in Goa. In Delhi, it is 101.19 a litre, and diesel 89.72 a litre. But what is the world petrol price? What is the price of oil or crude oil? It is $76 per barrel. So what is it? $76 per barrel. You are paying in Delhi 101 for petrol, and we are paying 89 rupees for diesel when it is $76 a barrel. In 2014, it was $105 a barrel during the UPA government. And what was the price of petrol at that time? 71 rupees. Listen to it. You have to write on this. 71 rupees. And diesel was 55 rupees. What is the reason for this going up? Because at that point of time, the excise duty for petrol was 9.48 rupees per litre, and for diesel was 3.46 per litre. What is the excise duty for petrol today? 33 rupees. 33 rupees per litre. And diesel is 32 rupees per litre. There is an increase of 248% for petrol and 820% for diesel. Can you imagine that? So what has happened is, during the UPA time, when the petrol prices went up, the government took the brunt of it. But here, what has happened is the price of the petrol has been passed to people, the brunt of it, and that too when we have deregulated it in 2010. When you deregulate, what it means, when the petrol price goes up, the price for the consumer goes up. When the petrol price goes down, the price for the consumer goes down. But that doesn't happen here. When the petrol price goes up, we pay more. When the petrol price, world oil prices go down, we pay more. So what is that? In 2020, when the pandemic caused a historic drop on people's income, the government raised the excise duty, which I have mentioned to you. Out of this, because they've raised this from 2014 onwards, they've been raising the excise duty, which I've mentioned. They have collected 25 lakh crores in the last 7 years. 25 lakh crore. It is extremely distressing that at a time when it's essential to offer incentives to Indians to boost consumption, the government has not used a single rupee of the corpus to bring down the fuel prices. The government is quick to raise fuel prices when the crude oil prices go up, but not when it falls. I want to point out one very important thing. The argument the government of India says is that we do not have money. The country needs money. That's why we are taxing you. They keep giving you this reason, country needs, we need to run the country. So if you do not have money, does it make any fiscal sense to go ahead with the 20,000 crore Central Vista project? You could stop it right now and divert that money into the government and reduce the petrol prices. Central Vista is making the parliament building, is making Modi's Mahal. But why do we need? क्यों चाहिए हमको ये parliament building? अभी है एक और, है ना? एक building तो है हमारे पास. और घर है प्राइम मिनिस्टर का, जो घर है अभी 7 रेस कोर्स रोड, अभी कल्याण मार्ग हो गया है. सो वी डोंट नीड इट. व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर इज helping people, direct transfer of cash, increasing demand, reducing fuel prices. That is the need of the hour. But they do not consider it because they don't care about the people of this country. They just want to win elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party. The other reason they keep giving you all, what is the other reason they tell you why we have to increase the petrol price? They talk about certain repayment of the UPA oil bonds. I keep hearing that. Now, what are these oil bonds? Let me explain that to you also. You have to know because we need to go across them and tell them the truth. This is a lie. Between 2005 and 2010, the UPA government issued oil bonds amounting to rupees 1.4 lakh crore only. The truth is that the burden due to oil bonds in the last 6 years and 9 months is 3.5% of the total contribution of the petroleum sector to the central exchequer. In other words, in the last year and 6 months, the government of India has paid 71.198 crore or 71 crore, which is only 2.8% of the 25 lakh crore they have collected. So can you say it is because of the oil bonds? And let's not forget, who paid Vajpayee government's oil bonds, which he had issued in 2004? We have been paying it. The UPA government had paid the oil bonds of the Vajpayee government. Did we call out and say, you know what, we can't help the people, we can't cut down the petrol prices, or we can't cut down the excise duty because we have to pay the oil bonds of the Vajpayee government till 2004? No, we did not, because this is all a lie. That's what you have to cut the lie.